Welcome to the CC&A Insurance Brokers podcast. I'm your host, Candice Osborne. Today I'm joined by Rochelle McIntyre, and we are going to be discussing claims. A very interesting topic.
Exciting.
Claims are always a window to an insurance broker's soul, and it's really a time when we test our meat. Mm-hmm. Rochelle is going to walk us through a specific topic today, which is if you have a cell phone claim. Thank you for joining us today, Rochelle.
Pleasure, Candice. Nice to be here.
Good. Okay, Rochelle, so just to give us a sort of overview, what are the steps that a client needs to take in order to put in a claim for, let's say, a lost, stolen, or even a damaged cell phone claim?
First of all, they would phone us and tell us what has happened, and then obviously we would guide you through the process, and namely those would be the usual. You'll fill in your nice lengthy claim form, and you can take your phone. If it happens over the weekend, you can take it through to one of the cell phone shops, ask them, or the iStore for example, ask them to have a look at your phone, and do a damage report, say what's wrong with your phone, if they can fix it or not. It is nice if you have your damage report. The reason is we need somebody, a third party, to confirm what you're saying on the claim form. So they should give you a detailed damage report. Your cell phone screen is cracked, your or it's been smashed completely, or it's got water damage, and then you send that, because obviously I'll send you a claim form. So you send that back with those details you got at the cell phone shop. It's always good to support your claim with photos. It's the in thing now, because you are our eyes and ears. We are sitting behind a desk. So supportive photos are wonderful. And then also to please keep your damaged phone, because a lot of insurers are now expecting to collect the salvage, and because they get quite a good resale value, we get a little bit of money back, and that is actually credited off your claim. So you have all your claim costs, and it'll knock your claim costs a little bit down, not a hell of a lot, but a little bit. And then so you got your claim form, your damage report, your photos. If your phone is lost or stolen, there you've also got to go to the police station, report it, because you don't know who's ended up with your phone. Obviously, if it's stolen, it's not anybody good. They will blacklist it. You get your sorry.
Carry on.
So you'll go to the police station. You got to report it because it's a crime. If it's lost, it could end up a crime. It's the insurer's requirements for any crime, any theft has to be reported to the police station. You'll get that case number from the police. You put that on your claim form. Plus, you'll need your police reference number, because if it's stolen or lost again, you must blacklist your phone. They will provide you with an RTC reference number, which you can also put on your claim form. No insurance company will settle you without this RTC number. It's very important. It protects you against, with all your personal data. It protects, it destroys your phone's resaleability. It protects you against fraud. They harvest parts, and they sell these phones internationally, I believe. So it might not work here, but when they try and sell it internationally, well, maybe I should rephrase that now. I've heard that they sell these phones internationally as well. So it just makes things a little bit more difficult for them.
Sure. So as much as because a lot of clients think, it's stolen, it's gone, why do I need to do all these things? And it's actually there to protect you as the client. A lot of the times clients are not sure whether they need to, when we say to them blacklist the phone, it's blacklisting the actual unit, and it's not blacklisting the SIM card. And
yes.
and there's a very big difference.
Yes.
So it's the actual device and not the actual unit, which is
Yes.
important. And without when it's stolen, without the reference number, case number, and blacklisting with the RTC, your claim won't go any further forward. So it's important.
Unfortunately.
In terms of the damaged phone, whether it be water damage or a cracked screen, if the cell phone repair place, if it's over a weekend, because Murphy's Law, these kind of things always happen over a weekend.
Yeah.
And the phone is damaged and it can be repaired, but if it can't be repaired, does the client then get a quote?
Yes, obviously if they can't fix it, then I'm sure they would jump at the chance to provide you with a replacement quote.
Okay.
There again, that is fine, send that through. We obviously, that's when we come in and we work and we check what your sum insured is, we check what the current replacement value is on your phone. And, you always remember the term apples for apples, everybody knows. So, don't go and get a 256 gig phone
when you've got a 128, sure.
Yes. So, because then you'll be liable for any upgrades, which is fine. You're more than welcome to upgrade your phone, but you'll be responsible for
so
the
client, if the client wants to replace their phone, they can upgrade, but understand that they will only get paid out the value of what they had, not necessarily what they want. Okay.
Either your sum insured if it's sufficient, or we will, sometimes phones might come a little bit less, and then it's on fair replacement.
Sure.
No matter, you can insure your phone for 40,000, knowing full well it's only insured, it's only valued at 20, but we will still settle the fair replacement.
Correct. So the client's not going to get 40.
Whichever's the least,
Yes.
if your sum insured is less, we only pay out then.
Okay. And Rochelle, what happens if a client, again, we always talk about over a weekend, I mean, cell phones these days are our lifeline. People, never mind teenagers,
Yes.
people can't actually function without them. Our lives, our diaries, our contacts, everything is on our cell phones. So if a phone is damaged or stolen, and we do all the necessary correct things, blacklisting and all the rest of it, if a client wants to obviously go ahead and replace it and then say, well, the insurance company can just reimburse me. I know we have touched on it slightly, but just reiterate, is that possible, number one? And number two, what can some of the dangers be of doing it that way? The expectations.
More than welcome to go and buy your own cell phone. It saves us a lot of time if you got the money. So they can go and replace their phones, send us the invoice, proof of payment. Then obviously we'll settle in terms of the policy. And, basically when you go and replace your phone, it'll be for your account. So you've just got to be aware that you are aware of the risks of getting something far more expensive. A lot of cell phone places are there to make money, so they're going to give you top of the range replacement. So you've got to just bear that in mind. What your sum insured is, I suggest you check your sum insured and try and find a fair balance. And if we have to pay you a little bit less, that's not going to be our fault.
No.
Unfortunately, we'll settle you fairly and squarely, but so that's a little risk. You might overspend and not get all your money back.
And then also remember that there's going to be an excess applicable. Generally, there'll be an excess applicable. Yeah,
You've got
just bear that in mind.
Your excess in mind.
So your insurance policy when it comes to people reporting claims, I mean, your insurance policy covers anything that's accidental. I mean, whether you accidentally knock over a glass of wine at a dinner table and it goes all over your phone or coffee, or if you actually accidentally leave it on as men do, leave it on the top of their roof with their wallet and their keys.
Yes.
And then they get in their car and they drive off and the cell phone takes a drive with them, and when they fly around the corner, it
goes off.
It slides off.
I've done that once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My husband's done that too, so
it happens a lot.
It does happen a lot.
People get pushed into the pool.
Yeah.
Too many good brands. It happens.
They are known as accidents.
Yes.
The thing that insurance, obviously, when it comes to claiming, is a general thing of if it's a willful act. So if you in a sort of a tantrum or a fit of rage, and you take your phone and smash it. I mean, that's...
Yes, we don't want to know about that.
We definitely don't want to know about how that phone got into that position.
Situation.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the other thing that is a very contentious issue that we face in the insurance industry is things stolen out of cars when you go into the shopping centre and you're just quickly nipping into the corner shop to buy bread and milk, or you pop into the petrol station and you literally nipping in to get bread and milk, and then you bump into your friend, and before you know it you're having a 10-minute conversation and your cell phone is in your console, and did you or didn't you lock your car, and you come back and your phone's gone.
That's a horrible one, because you have to take undue care where you can and when you can. Being irresponsible, and even though we've all been in that situation, maybe you're very tired or very stressed, we don't know what people go through, and you forget stuff in your car and you wander off to the shops, you don't double check that your doors are locked, and it happens. And, it's not anybody's fault, we're all human. But theft from vehicles is a problem, because we're all human, we all make mistakes, but the insurers are firm on it. They will not pay for that item stolen out of your car if it's sitting there for the world to see in your console or on your front seat.
I suppose
because anybody can walk past, and it's enticing.
And I suppose a way of illustrating it in a way is, cell phones these days, you can sort of range from 10,000 Rand up to 40,000 Rand. I suppose the question begs, would you leave 10,000 or 20,000 Rand cash sitting on your front seat?
Yeah.
And if the answer is no, well then again it begs the question.
Yes.
So
accidents happen.
Things do happen.
Silly
Remote
things.
jamming is a big issue in our country. So I think the message is clear that make sure things are out of
Always
sight.
check
If you
your
are going to
doors
leave
are
things in your car, cubby hole, or better yet, just
put it in your console box. Put it in your cubby hole.
just somewhere where it's not visible.
Even maybe you can, at a push, hide it under your seat, under the mat, But it's funny, people always get caught at the most unexpected times. And it's the element of surprise. People don't intentionally, I'm sure, well, maybe some do, but I'm sure a lot of people, it's all just purely their mind is somewhere else and they're not thinking. I've sometimes forgotten to double check my car, and it's always when I'm tired.
Yeah.
And now it's got to be a firm habit. Get out your car to go to the shops and just give your door
a check.
One thing I would love to add is often I get clients saying that they've just got to pay as you go. And do I still have to blacklist it? I'm not with any service provider. I would like to just say you are with a service provider, for example, Vodacom. Any phone is linked to a service provider, whether you're on pay as you go or if you're on a contract. And you actually can. So you must just take your IME number. When you phone them, you have that ready, and your ID and your personal details. And you phone MTN or Vodacom, for example, and they will be able to blacklist that phone. No matter how old it is, they can do it.
Well, we come to the end of this podcast. Thank you very much, Rochelle, for giving us insight into this very interesting topic.
Thanks, Candice. That was great. And
look forward to...
I survived.
Good, you did. Thank you for joining us. If you would like to contact us, our details are at the bottom of this podcast. Please follow us on all social medias and have a fantastic rest of your day.